Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I have a cool unboxing to do. I received a package from my buddy TJ, which is right here, and I know what's inside, but let's open it up and take a look and see what we have. Oops. And here it is. This is a physical version of the game that TJ made a few years ago now called Invasion of the Cloud People. He made one for both the original 48K Speccy as well as this version, which is for the ZX Spectrum Next. Invasion of the Cloud People, The Next Storm, UB Games. This is the side, Invasion of the Cloud People, The Next Storm, UB Games. And here it says ZXTJ0001. So maybe there's going to be 1,000 more of these made, hopefully. Okay, and then let's take a look at the back. ZX Spectrum Next. Are you up to the task? Help pilot Storm to defeat the nasty rotten cloud people. And there are a few screenshots there and some other information, including some bonuses that are on the SD card, which we'll take a look at in a moment. So first let's go ahead and open up this package, which is bursting at the seams, and we'll see what's inside here. Okay, so all kinds of goodies in here. Here is a cool holographic bag with lots of fun stuff in there. We'll take a look at that in a moment. And here we have another little bag. Whoa, upside down. Let's put this down for a moment. Here we have another little bag which has something falling out of it. So these are coasters, which I'll get to in a moment as well. And the first thing that we have that came out of the little baggie is this here, which is a bottle opener that says youbastardgames.com on it with some little beer mugs on there. And on the end, it's actually a keychain with my very own key to my personal Storm vehicle. And I got a big key, look at that. Cool. All right. So let's see what else we have in here. So here we have some coasters, I believe. Take them out here. There we go. 3 coasters. And the reason there's 3 apparently is because 2 are for keeping and 1 is for using. So we're going to have to use one later in the video. But these are the coasters with a cool graphic made by Slappy Marsden. Invasion of the Cloud People, The Next Storm, UB Games, with the scary looking cloud person there on his hoverboard. Alright, so cool. 3 coasters. Lots of swag in this kit, which is really nice to see. You can tell that a lot of passion went into this production because there's lots of stuff included with it. So I have my Storm key, and I've got my coasters so far. And let's see what else we have. We're going to take a look inside the DVD case in a moment, but let's continue looking at our swag bags first of all. So here in this shiny holographic type bag, we can see that there's all kinds of goodies in this as well. Looks like there's a label in there and I think a sticker and the parts to make my very own Clod Popples, which is it here? Oh, I thought there was a picture of him in here somewhere. Anyway, so Clod Popples is the mascot for the Cloud People game. He's a cute little pom-pom version of a cloud person. We'll go ahead and actually build him later. But first, let's go ahead and open up this pack and see what we have inside. And one thing that I think is really cool is this little label here that I'm trying to grab out, which was actually printed on a, I guess it's a Timex Sinclair 2040 printer, which I never actually owned back in the day. I always wanted one, but I never ended up getting one. And let's see what it says on it. Clod Popples, the kit, version 1.0. So maybe we can expect future versions of Clod Popples to come along, hopefully, and we can build up his entire family. That would be cool. Alright, so we have a label there printed out on an actual Timex Sinclair 2040 printer. Let's see what else we have. Here we have a sticker with the same design as that is on the coasters. And there should be something in here that's familiar to me as well, which is this guy here. This is a magnet that I created for TJ to put in his game packages, with the same graphic as well as the coasters and the sticker. So this is a magnet. You can go ahead and slap it on something, that, as TJ demonstrated in his previous video. Alright, let's see what else we have. Oh, here we have a very unique item to the original 54 sets of these games. This is a playing card with the Cloud Person design on it, and it says 42 of 54. And so this is an actual playing card, and I'm not going to show you which card I have. I'm going to keep that for myself just in case it becomes important later on. But I do have a unique Cloud Person playing card with my own particular number on the back. Cool. Okay, so 42 of 54. Let's take a look at the last things in this bag. So here you can see we have all the parts needed to make our own Clod Popples mascot. I see a couple eyeballs in there, and arms and legs and appendages and all sorts of things. The discs to make his hoverboard. Very cool. Lots of cool stuff in this package. And we'll see what kind of Clod Popples we can build later. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the DVD case. So I'm going to kind of give this a review as I go along, because I like to develop my own games and see how other people make their games and kind of compare and see what features are good to have in games. So this one has a very nice cover, I would say. I like the dark design to this. It makes the text really pop and stand out. I like the graphic stylized version of the Cloud Person on it. And then on the back, it's nice to have screenshots, which it does. My games don't often have screenshots because I like to leave it a surprise when you actually play the game to see what it actually looks like. But it's cool to have screenshots. And there we go. And it says here, extras on the SD card. It says bonus game, the original Invasion of the Cloud People for the Speccy 48. So you have not only the Speccy Next version of this game, but the original Speccy 48K version of this game. TJ Ferreira's Retro Computing Adventures book in PDF form, plus much, much more. Okay, so I'm interested and excited to see the much, much more. Now let's open this up and take a look inside. And there we go. You can see it has a graphic design on the inside, which is nice. Not all game developers put graphics on the inside of their DVD case liner, as well as a booklet. So let's remove the booklet and see the rest of the graphics on the inside. And there we have TJ's collection of catchphrases / swear words, however you want to say it. And you can see there, run like a Dickens, you son of a bisquix, you bastards. Howdy folks, TJ here. So we have TJ's catchphrases and swear words there. And over here we have, of course, the SD card. Let's pop that out. And underneath you can see it's signed by TJ TJ Ferreira 42 of 54. So an exclusive, one-of-a-kind item that I'm very happy to have. So let's take a look at the SD card now. Here it is here. Has a little cloud person on it. So I'll just open it up and we'll take a look. And there we go. Cloud person SD card. And this is actually a micro SD card inside an adapter. Alright, so you have two sizes of cards you can use depending what type of device you're going to put it in. Obviously you're going to put it in your Spectrum Next, but if you wanted to just use the micro SD card, you could do that as well if you have your own adapter, or you could use the whole full-size SD card. Alright, so let's go ahead and put that back, and we'll actually load this up a bit later and try it out. And actually, I guess now, what are we going to do next? So next, we, I guess, should take a look at the SD card, turn on my Next, and power this thing up and see what it looks like. I've actually never played the Cloud People game, so I guess I should go ahead and give that a try. Now that I have my very own key to the Cellustorm ship, I should go and try to save humanity or whatever it is we're trying to save. Plus I can have a little drink on the way while I'm piloting my Cellustorm. Okay, so let me go ahead and hook up my Next, and we'll get the Cellustorm powered up and we'll take it out for a spin. So stick around. Okay, so as I often do in these videos, it turns out that I lied. We're not quite ready to power up our Cellustorm yet and take it for a spin because I forgot to take a look at the manual. So let's go ahead and take a look at that now. I like to see how people create their manuals because I'm a bit picky when it comes to manuals. Anyway, I won't get into it, but there are some manuals that I think could be done a bit better. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. So again, it has the same nice dark graphics as the DVD case has. It stands out really well. You can see the title and the graphics. On the back here, we have Slappy's graphic again for his Howdy Folks design that he made with TJ and the Ultimate Bastard joystick and some Cloud People graphics in the background. Very cool. And if we take a look at the bottom here, we can see a picture of Clod Popples that we'll be building a bit later, as well as some links to TJ's different groups and so forth, and some email addresses you can use to contact TJ, as well as a website. So this is the outside of the booklet. Now let's take a look inside. And there we go, a lot of text with a scary looking picture there of the cloud person at the top, along with the specky color scheme, red, yellow, green, and blue, along both the top and the bottom, as well as a website link at the bottom. So normally I would like to see graphics in a manual, in an instruction booklet. This one is a lot of text. And normally people, well, I don't know about people, but normally, let me focus myself. Normally I don't tend to read a lot of text in manuals, but this one is actually interesting to read because it's written in a really interesting way. So it's not really an instruction booklet per se that you would want to probably or need to refer to constantly to see how to play the game, how to control your ship. It's a very straightforward game to play. It looks like. I haven't tried it yet. So in this case, I don't actually mind it being just a bunch of text because the text is actually interesting to read. And I'm not going to read it all to you, obviously, but I'll just pick out some random sentence. It says, "You, Captain Quackerjacks, will be our lone hope to defeat the Cloud People. You must do your best." And it has tips from the past captains, which are playing tips you can use to play the game. Last words from Coder Supreme, which is TJ. And it has details about what's on the SD card. And the instructions on how to play are down here. Down here. So it's a very small section on how to play. You wouldn't need to refer back to this very often, I don't think. But it does give you some tips on how to play. And the most important tip here, it has a double asterisk next to it. It says, "Warning, this game is randomly evil. No patterns, expect the unexpected. And like in life, things happen at random. So no logic here. Just wild out, frantic, random, crazy gaming. Okay, and I don't mind random elements in games. I actually think it's enjoyable. I would rather have a game that has random elements where you have a chance that sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's more difficult, sometimes it's impossible, rather than just have one game that's exactly the same every level and you just have to keep repeating the level because it's so difficult. You have to go over and over again, but it's always the same challenges. You just have to figure out the right pattern to get past that particular level. But I think it's a cool feature to have random elements to control the difficulty rather than just making the game almost impossibly difficult to begin with and having to slog through it over and over again multiple times, because you might get lucky and hit a really easy layout for the raindrops and stuff and just make it through the level quickly, or you might get a really bastard level where you can't win. So I think that's pretty cool. I like the manual, nice and short, but there is some interesting reading inside that you can take a look at, and we have our picture of Clod Popples that we're going to be building a bit later. Okay, so now I'm not actually sure if we're going to be, what are we going to do? Should we take a look at the SD card or should we build Clod Popples? I'm not sure. I'll leave it as a surprise. So we're going to do something next and it'll be one of those two options. So stick around and we'll see what I decide to do. All right, we'll be back in a moment. All right, so I lied again. Turns out we're not going to be doing either one of those things first. The first thing we're going to be doing is some sticker action. So I've gone ahead and you may not have seen this, but from a previous video, I had some stickers on my Aquarius Plus computer, and one of those stickers used to be a cupcake sticker, which I've now moved to my AQ Plus Mini Killer Cupcakes, because I need to make room for Cloud People sticker, which is going to have a new home right here on my Aquarius Plus. Now I should be sticking this onto my Specky Next, but there just isn't enough room for it on there. The sticker is so large unless I stick it right on top of the keys. So I'm going to put this onto my Aquarius, which is fine. Maybe it'll give TJ some incentive to make a version of his game for the Aquarius. You never know. Hint. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that now. And this sticker doesn't have one of those lines you can just bend it and easily remove the backing, so I'm going to have to mess with this thing a little bit and try and hopefully get this backing removed. Hopefully this actually is a sticker and I'm not just wasting my time here. I wouldn't put it past TJ to try and fool people to think it's a sticker when actually it's just a graphic. I wonder if he's actually stuck this on anything yet to prove it actually is a sticker. Yeah, how am I going to get this thing apart here? We'll try a knife. So TJ, next time you make stickers, if this actually is a sticker, then I suggest you spring for the version of stickers that have the little crack in the back. You can open it up and get at the sticky part. So this is causing me a lot of trouble. I'm not very good at this kind of thing. All right, so finally was able to get this thing separated. Now we have our sticker. I'll go ahead and apply it on my Aquarius Plus here. And there we go. We have our new Cloud People, which should be right at home next to the UFO beside it. So they're both extraterrestrials. And there we go. We have our new Cloud People sticker applied to our Aquarius Plus. So TJ, go ahead and start working on the Aquarius Plus version of the Cloud People because your sticker says you need to. All right, so now what we're going to do, I think, is take a look at the SD card, and I'll save Claude for later, something to look forward to. So let's go ahead and take a look at this SD card and see what's on it. All right, so here we go. First things first, we need to grab our coaster. That is a prerequisite for playing TJ's game, is to grab the Cloud People coaster. And I'm going to use it as instructed by the ultimate bastard himself. And I've got my Stella. We're going to break it in. So I think this may actually be a twist off, but regardless, we're going to make use of the Cellustorm keychain / bottle opener. Inaugural test. It works perfectly. Thanks, TJ. Cheers. And it's really warm here today, so a nice cold beer goes perfectly. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, before I switch over to my other screen where we'll capture the screen of the Speccy Next, which I have hooked up now, I want to show you my setup, because here's my Speccy Next, and I have an external SD card reader connected to my Speccy Next. So what I'm going to do first is put the Cloud Person SD card into my external card reader, and I can already hear TJ screaming through the television saying don't do that because it's not going to come up with the special menu that he worked so hard to get working and configure for his game. But don't worry, we are going to go back and see that special menu. But before that, I want to show you what happens when you hook it up to an external card reader, in case any of you happen to have one connected to your Speccy Next, which I highly recommend, by the way, because it makes it so much easier to just put games and programs onto this external SD card rather than having to constantly pull the SD card in and out of the Next itself here. So I've been using this external reader and it works great. I got this from Active Consult, is that what it's called? Something like that. So it works great. I recommend it. And now let's go ahead and switch over the screen and we'll turn on the computer and we'll see what it looks like. Okay, so stick around. Here we go. Okay, so I've got my Cloud People SD card in my external card reader now. And I don't have an Ultimate Bastard joystick to test this with, but I do have my own kind of semi-custom Sinclair joystick. So let's go ahead and switch the screen over now and we'll take a look at the SD card for the Cloud People game. Okay, so my Next is starting up now, and I hope that it has the right firmware revision to run this game, because I haven't updated my firmware in a while, but we'll go ahead and test it out anyway. So here is the normal menu that comes up in the Speccy Next, and I know TJ's game has a special menu that comes up when you put the SD card directly into the Next, but I have mine in the external card reader for now. So let's just take a look at that first of all. And if I go to the browser here, and I'm going to change my drive over to the external drive, which is here. So this is what the files on the Cloud People SD card look like. There's several directories here, and I'm just going to go down. I assume most of these files and directories are the boot files that are needed to run this game automatically. So I'm going to just go down to this home directory first and explore things manually. And inside here you can see we have a directory called Cloud Extras View on PC. And if we go in there, these are files that would need to be viewed on a regular PC, not on the Speccy Next. And so here at the top I see Clod Popples Instructions PDF. We'll be taking a look at that later when we go ahead and build our own Clod Popples mascot. Here is a personalized video, J-Monday intro video, 1080p. So this is something I'm excited to see. This is going to be really cool. I can't wait to check this out. And there is another version that I'm going to view on the Speccy Next itself. So this version you can see is a 1080p version for viewing on a regular PC. I may check that out later, but I want to see the version that runs on the actual Speccy Next. So I'm not going to take a look at this right now. And finally, here is TJ's Retro Computing Adventures 2 PDF. This is TJ's book that is called TJ's Retro Computing Adventures. There's a PDF version included on this SD card, and you can check that out on a regular PC or anything that can read PDFs, and we may take a brief look at that later as well. So that's what's in the home directory, and I'm just going to back out now. So that is the Cloud Extras directory. Down here we have Cloud People 48K, and it says copy to next SD card. So this version of the Cloud People game, this is the first one TJ made that is designed for the regular 48K spectrum. So this one won't auto boot when you plug in TJ's SD card into the Speccy Next. That's why it has a note here, copy to next SD card. It requires, I guess, different boot files to make it run properly. But since I've got my Cloud People SD card inserted into my external card reader, that means I have my normal boot SD card for my SpeckyNext still in the primary drive, so I won't need to copy this Cloud People game 48K version onto my SpeckyNext card, because my SpeckyNext card is still in the SpeckyNext, and I'm reading this off of the external card reader. So if I wanted to, I could go in here and I think I can play this right now from within this card reader. And let's take a look. Invasion of the Cloud People. Okay, cool. I've never seen this in person before. And let's see, is there music? Invasion of the Cloud People, coder TJ Ferreira by Sinclair Society. Controls O, P, left, right, Q, A, up, down. So I guess this doesn't use joystick or controller. I'll press a key. I guess I'm going to actually be playing this now. Okay, let's give this a shot. I don't expect to do very well, but that's okay. Maybe I'll take another sip of my beer. Okay, press any key. Okay, whoa, we're moving. Okay, QAOP. Where am I? Okay, I'm the thing at the bottom. So I need to, I guess I should have read the instructions, but I know I need to collect these blue raindrops. I'm not sure how many I need to collect. Well, this moves really fast. And I know this was written in BASIC, not SpeckyNext BASIC, just original Specky BASIC, points 10. And TJ actually used a BASIC to machine code compiler to convert at least part of this BASIC program, into machine code. What? Oh, I hit a red one? Okay. Well, watch it. It's hard. Oh, they're turning them red as they go over them. Bastards. Okay. How many more of these things do I need? Anyway, this thing runs really quickly. Oh, portal. Thank you. Level 1 complete. Okay. So I passed the first level. And cool. So they're starting up level 2. And I think I'll just exit out of this. I don't think you want to watch me play the entire game here. But I will try this at some point to see how far I can get. I don't expect I'll get very far. But it's a cool game. Whoa. So how many of these things do I need? I don't even know. I'll just try this level and see how far I can get. Maybe I'll just keep playing. This is kind of fun. I didn't actually expect it to be this much fun just from watching all the videos that I've seen of TJ and others playing this game, but it's actually really fun to play this original version. Whoa. And it's cool, the little graphic that they have here, the animation that TJ put in for the Cellustorm. I didn't realize that had an animation in it. Holy cow, I'm going to run out of these things, aren't I? Hopefully I don't need many more of these. They're sucking them all and turning them all red. Only got one left. Oh, okay, cool. Now can I make it to the portal without getting killed here? Oh, they jump over the red ones. Level 2 complete. Okay. That's farther than I expected to get, so I'm satisfied already. Invasion of the Cloud People. This is actually a fun little game here. I don't know if there are instructions. Did I miss maybe at the beginning? I don't know if there were instructions that I could have viewed. I'm not sure. But it would be nice to see how many of these things I need to collect. Like if there was a counter at the top that maybe said how many raindrops I need, how many I've got. That would be, hey, stop turning on my raindrops red. That would be good, although there may be some instructions somewhere that I missed. I don't know. Heck. Go. Yeah, I don't know how many I need of these things. I should probably count them or read instructions somewhere, because I don't think I'm going to make it. So, yeah, this is a fun game. This is better than a lot. I know TJ had mentioned that he wanted to create a game originally that was good enough to be on a cassette 50 or whatever they call it, where you have a whole compilation of different games on a single cassette. And I have played, lots of those cassettes in the past, and I would say this game certainly is good enough to be on a cassette top 50, this would probably be one of the better games on it. Okay, so that's really cool. So you don't need to copy the 48K version of this game over to your original Speccy Next SD card if you have an external card reader like this, and you can just leave your Speccy Next SD card installed in the main reader. Alright, so now, how do I get out of this? I don't know. Yeah, so right here it would be good if there was instructions how many raindrops you need, like collect 30 blue raindrops or whatever. I don't know. Maybe there's instructions somewhere here that I missed, but I don't know. Okay, I'm going to go back into my Cloud People SD card, just manually in the external reader again, and take another peek at it. So this cloudpeople1.sna is the file that I was just running, the original 48K version of this game, which is actually really cool. I wasn't expecting it to be that much fun, but it is. It's frustratingly difficult, but it's really cool. Okay, and here we have the Invasion of the Cloud People intro video, which I think is the personalized video that TJ made for each of these 54 initial games, but I'm not going to run it here. I'm going to wait till we get to the fancy menu. And this is a Readme file, and this is obviously the Next Storm game. So I'm just going to quickly open this Readme text. I'm pretty sure I can do this from the other menu as well, but since I'm here, let's just take a look at it quickly here. So here's some, and I did actually take a look at this earlier. I kind of cheated and took a peek at this. So this has information about TJ's contacts and where you can reach him, and different information about the game. Is a warning to back it up. There's some thank yous to David Safier and all the people involved in the Next team for developing this computer to begin with. And oh, it says right here, the Invasion of the Cloud People of Speccy 48 does not have a quit button. Okay, no wonder I couldn't exit it. All right, so I'm just going to scroll through here. There are some text here you can read, how to play the original 48K game. But as you saw, in my external card reader, it was super easy. I just clicked on it and played it. All right, and there's some contacts for TJ's Patreon site. If you want to contribute to supporting his efforts, you can do that. But I recommend you go down. Here's a thank you for people who bought the game, which is really nice. I recommend you go down to this page here. That gives you a history of why TJ decided to make this game, a little history about the game. What started out as a simple project to create one physical edition for myself became a rather complex and large project. And it explains his motivation for making the game, a bit of the history in him making the game. And it says, what started out as a game idea for my Atari 800 back in the 1980s became a reality, but on a different platform, the Sinclair. I really love my Sinclair and Next computers, as well as my Ataris too, etc. So go check that out if you want to see a fun history of this game. And that is the Readme file. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take the SD card out of my external card reader and swap it with the Next SD card that's in the main unit of my Speccy Next, which is the way you're supposed to do it, I guess. So let me turn off my unit here, and I'll come back and we'll power it up with the Cloud People SD card in the main Speccy Next computer. Alright, so we're back and we have the Cloud People SD card in the Speccy Next. Let's go ahead and power it on. Okay, it's booting up, as you can see. So here you can see it comes up with a cool custom video, which is a nice touch. You can see a lot of passion went into making this physical version, obviously because of all the extra swag and fun goodies that are included, but also because of this custom menu that comes up on the boot screen. And so let's go to the Readme first selection here, which I believe is the one I just read. So let's click on it and take a look. Yeah, so in here, I believe there is something, yeah, it says recommended, so all features work, that your Next have the updated core, as this bootable SD card that is included with this physical edition has minimal Next ZXOS 2.08. So I hope that my Speccy Next is compatible with this game. But first, before we play the game, let's go ahead and watch my custom SOS video. I'm excited to see this in person. I've seen previews of it, but let's take a look here.
J. Mundy from Starship Spriteworks, please come in. This is TJ from Cellulstorm. Captain J. Mundy, do you read me?
Loud and clear.
Captain J. Mundy is in the process of programming a new Aquarius game. He is not available and wishes to not be disturbed.
Making programs on an Aquarius. Oh, that's an old computer. All right, well, Captain J. Mundy, when you're done programming, I need your help. I am stuck in the Cloud Triangle. Please respond to my distress call. A message is about to follow. Please get back to me. You have been recruited by the Cloud Force to try to save Earth from the relentless, nasty Cloud people. I'm Captain TJ from Cellulstorm. I'm trapped in the Cloud Triangle right now. I've been trying to get out for hours. Those bastards keep coming after me. You're now the captain of the last starship to try to come and help save me, save the Earth. Together, we can try to break out of this Cloud Triangle. So do what you can to get here, because I need your help. I have no raindrops left to collect. The Cloud people keep regurgitating and coming back for me, and I can't get past them. There's no portals. My Reflexionator battery is drained. So if you get here, collect the Reflexionator battery and shoot your way through those bastard Cloud people. And maybe you can find a portal so we can both skip out of here and get to the next cloud layer so we can kick some more Cloud people ass. This may be the last... What is that? Oh, I gotta turn on the long-range scanners. Hold on. Long-range scanners are on. Camera's on. Oh, my God, I hope it's not the freaking Cloud people again. Those son of a... Oh, man. Oh. Is that what I... Oh, no. Oh, no, not that again. Oh no!
Uh-oh. TJ, come in. Uh-oh. So that's not a good sign. It's like he got blown up. He blowed himself up there at the end. So that's really cool. I've never seen a personalized video in any video game. Maybe someone's done it, but I've never seen it. I think that's a really cool touch, and it's worth the price of this game just to get that video alone personalized for you, I think, and just to have in your collection. That is awesome. That's a really cool touch. And this actually, for someone who considers himself not to be a very professional game developer or bedroom coder, I think some game developers could take a lesson from some of the passion that's obvious that went into this production of the Cloud People from TJ, even including a personalized video for certain of the first collectors of this physical edition. That's a really nice touch. I really think that's fantastic. Okay, so now let's go back into the next screen and actually give this game a try. And before we go back there, I'll let you know, TJ, that your coaster seems to be holding up really well so far. So far it's not been blemished at all by condensation. This, I don't know if this is actually plasticized or if it's paper. I'm guessing it might actually be plastic. So this might actually hold up better than you think. I don't know how much you've tried it or how much anyone else has tried it, but I'm going to keep trying mine. It looks like I'm ready for a refill here. And we're going to come back and give the Invasion of the Cloud People, the next storm, a try. So stick around and we'll see how badly I do with this. Okay, I am back. I'm resupplied now. I've got provisions for captaining my Cellulstorm vehicle. And we're going to try it out. So where's my key? How am I going to cap? Okay, got my key here. So two very important parts of this key chain. One is the key to my Cellulstorm vehicle, and the other is my supplies bottle opener. Alright, so now we're good to go. We're all resupplied. We can go ahead and give a try this game, Invasion of the Cloud People, The Next Storm, which I don't want to say it's a shame, but having played the original 48K version of this game, and I know both of these games have been available as a download for a long time, I would love to see the original 48K version get its own packaging as well, instead of just being a freebie bonus on this, which I think is great. I know it's been available to download by donation for free if you want on TJ's itch.io site, but I think it's a really cool game and really deserves some appreciation, because it's a fun little game to play. It's more fun than some of the games that I've made, probably all of the games that I've made. So I'm excited to try out the Next Storm version, which is the Specky Next version, which actually uses sprites and some features of the Specky Next. So if you are a bedroom coder looking to program a game for the Specky Next, and we all know what fantastic features and capabilities it has that make it ideal for bedroom coders, with the sprites and the graphics and the tiles and the 28 megahertz speed and all that. So if someone like TJ can make a playable game and release it as a physical edition like this, then any of us should be able to do it, really, because neither TJ nor I are professional coders by any means, and so we're both making games. And so any of you who are looking to make games, I really recommend you try it out. It's really good hobby to keep your mind sharp, learn some programming. You don't have to make the fanciest games in the world, but just, keep yourself busy, make a program, make a game, put it out there for people to enjoy, and just get it finished. So even though these have been finished for a while, now it's finished in a physical form, which is fantastic. And I don't want to really give away too much, but I've got an upcoming surprise that is going to be directly related to this game, and maybe I'll just be persuaded to give you a sneak peek. That's enough. Okay, so let's not talk too much about that. There is going to be a video about that very shortly, but so go ahead and try programming your own games if you like. It's a great system to do bedroom coding for. And the most important thing is to get your game finished and put it out there for people to play, which has been done with this game, which is what I'm going to do right now. So let's go ahead and switch the screen over, and I'm going to take my first crack at Invasion of the Cloud People, The Next Storm. I know a few people have finished this game already, but I've never even tried it. So let's go ahead and give it a shot, and I'll switch my screen over now, and we'll take a look. Alright, so this is the boot screen that we saw before. This is the customized boot screen, which is different from the regular default boot screen that comes with the Specky Next. So let's pop down to, and that SOS video was really cool, by the way. I think that's an awesome touch to put in a game, particularly a physical version game that people are actually buying, and they're paying for, packaging and shipping and all that. To get a customized version of a video for them, that is fantastic. Okay, so now play Next Storm, and hopefully this works on my system. Okay, so I've got, just to let you know, I am using a Kickstarter 1 version Specky Next, which you can see has only 768K of available RAM, so it's a 1 megabyte machine. I forget what version of firmware is in this thing, but if you're really curious, you can rewind the video and take a look when it booted up and showed that information. But here we go, and I'm going to try playing this with a joystick. Okay, so actually, before I do that, I just want to make one more note. TJ, if you really get motivated, I recommend you make your 48K version available in a cartridge, in a cassette box. That would be really cool to see a 48K version of the Next Storm available in a physical audio cassette enclosure. Even if it's on an SD card, it would still, I think, look really cool as a audio cassette enclosure. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look at the Next Storm. Cool. Okay, so this is a really cool screen that is the same graphic that's on the front of the case. Invasion of the Cloud People, The Next Storm. Hit S to view story and manual. Of course, we're going to do that. Hit G to start the game. Coming 2021. Oh, hell, we have to wait till 2021 for this thing? Cellustorm. And I saw, okay, I saw in one of TJ's videos that he made a comment. I guess I don't know why I'm saying he, because probably TJ's going to watch this video for sure. TJ, I saw in one of your previous videos that you made a comment, something about this Cellustorm design was based on something you find in the bathroom. And I am not a Patreon subscriber of yours, so I don't have access to the private Patreon-only video that apparently tells you what this Cellustorm design was based on. But I'm going to guess this is maybe like a toenail scrub brush kind of thing with the handles on the top here, and maybe this bottom part is the scrubby part. I don't know. That's my guess. So if there's any prize for guessing what this thing is based on, then let me know if I've won. But that's my guess. Okay, so hit S to view the story and manual. Let's go ahead and do that first. And I'd like actually, okay, before we do this, I want to just make a quick note about the startup screen, which might seem very basic, and you might say, what is there to talk about the startup screen? But if you notice the startup screen that had that annoying sound, which I actually don't mind that annoying sound, but I believe that sound and the other sounds in this game were made using an actual sound generation program, which is NextDaw, created by Gary Basilio. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I do have that utility in my collection as well, although I've never used it. So even TJ has been able to make some custom sounds using a professional sound design program, NextDaw. So this is not just beeps and boops we're going to be hearing. These are actual sounds that were generated using that program. Okay, so here is the startup screen. Let's see what I think of the introduction screen. You are Cellustorm with a graphic. Perfect. Touch these. Perfect. Blue raindrop. This is the portal. This thing, I think, actually I don't know what this thing is. I think this is, actually I have no idea what this is. Maybe it's an extra life, or it allows you to, I think this allows you to zap to the next level without touching the portal, I think. Anyway, this is the battery. I think this is the Refluxinator battery that TJ was telling me to collect before he got blowed up in that introduction video. Don't touch these below. This is Chakra, the lightning bolt. This is Twistitron, the what do you call it? Tornado. This is, what is that? I think this is Hail Bopper. This is a red raindrop. That's acid rain. You don't want to touch that. What the heck is this thing? Well, I think this Hail Bopper shoots out these things. I think. I'm not sure. I have no idea what the hell this thing is, so I guess I'll just try not to touch it when I run across it. And these are obviously the baddies. And it's cool that there are different colors to these baddies. They're on their hoverboards here, which is cool. And this one has flat arms for some reason. And his antenna looked different. So I'm guessing that this thing is animated, and this is just a different animation pose with his arms outstretched instead of all crinkly like this, or I don't know. So I love this introduction screen. It's concise. It's illustrated. It tells you very easily, this is you. These are good and these are bad. Okay, good. Easy to understand. All right. Invasion of the Cloud People. Hit C to continue. Let's hit C. Now we got some reading. Okay, object of the game. Collect at least 7 blue raindrops per cloud layer. Nasties can steal blue raindrops. So in the previous 48K version of the game I just played, they turned the blue raindrops red, which was really annoying, but made it a lot more difficult. This one, I think it says they steal them, so I guess they make them disappear. Self-destruct if you can't get all 7, because obviously if you can't get all 7, the portal's never going to appear and you're just wasting your time. Remember this through the game, as you may need to do this unthinkable action to fight on. Very good, very short, concise summary of what to do, and even gives you a playing tip. C to continue. Visit next cloud layer. So this is the portal. I guess that lets you visit the next cloud layer. Once 7 blue raindrops are collected, the cloud layer portal will appear. Touch the portal to transport to the next cloud layer. Don't let any nasties touch the portal or game over. Self-destruct if needed. So does that mean game over, or does it mean you lose a life? I'm not sure. See to continue. Portal pass. Appears as portal in the cloud triangle. Okay, so I know the cloud triangle is a special set of levels that is kind of bonus levels. I think there's 3 of them maybe. So in those levels, I guess you get this kind of portal instead of the other blue one. Touch it to transport to the next layer, but it also gives you new power. Can only be used once. With at least 4 blue raindrops, hold down spacebar to transport to the next level. Okay, 4 blue raindrops, transport to the next level if I have this gold thing. All right, try to remember that. Keeping track. Okay, these instructions are getting too long. I guess they're good to have. Reflexionator battery. If you get this, you can shoot rockets. Cool. Shows how many lives you have left. That's the Cellustorm, down at the bottom of the screen here. Okay, good. Collect blue raindrops counter. Not sure what that means. I think these show up on the side over here maybe. We'll take a look for those later. See to continue. Keeping track. Level indicator. Cloud coin for each cloud layer. So I guess this thing somehow shows you what layer you're on. Created by TJ Ferreira. Did he spell his own name right? F-E-R? Okay, I'll assume he did. Enjoy, hit G. Okay, now we're ready to play the game. And I'm going to try it with my joystick. I assume it... Actually, I don't know if it uses keyboard or not. I'm going to hit G and see what happens. Okay, some more Next Daw music. So now I'm just trying... Let me turn this down. So now I'm just using the keyboard just to see if the keyboard works. So O and P go left and right. I forget if it mentioned this in the instructions or not, but Q and A go up and down. And do diagonals work? No, they don't. So now I'm going to switch to joystick. Up, down, left, right. And with a joystick, the diagonals do work. So I guess you want to use a joystick definitely with this game. All right. So now, how many did he say you need? 7? Let's just try to collect. Oh, it makes a quacking noise. And look at the animation of these things. It's awesome. This thing's even animated too. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's got little shading on it that alternates. And these enemies definitely move a lot more slowly than the ones in the 48K version. So I think that explains why people are able to actually beat this version. Where does it tell me how many more I need? Okay, so over here there's 2 red raindrops left, which I guess I need to collect 2 more raindrops. And I think this here means I'm on level 1. So let me go grab my 2 raindrops if I can. And here there's 2 on top of each other. So I guess you're not collecting. Whoa! Hell! Yep, it's a specky game, alright. Alright, let's get serious here and see what I can do. So I only need 7 of these damn things. It shouldn't be that hard. Okay. I like the fact that it has a counter on... Whoa. That it has a counter on the left there showing you how many more you need to collect. Okay, there's my... I guess I might as well grab this one for some extra points, although I almost screwed myself with that lightning bolt there. Almost stole my portal. And even the portal is in. How? Okay, I don't know how the hell you did that border effect. If it's just alternating the border really quickly and it makes it look like that, if there's something magic that needs to be done to make that effect appear. So this game is fun. And the sound effects are fun. I love that everything is animated. Even the raindrops are animated, which is really cool. Okay, I need 1 more. Whoa! Okay. Good. Yeah, that's a cool border effect. And I like the fact that the name of the game is actually on the screen all the time. The Next Storm Invasion of the Cloud People. Because, although it's not using the entire screen, this game doesn't need the entire screen. It's perfect the way it is with the... Did I hell, I'm screwed. I'm missing a... Okay, I got to kill myself. So even if I get this, I'm not going to win because I guess one of them stole one of my raindrops. So, yeah, I like the fact that it shows the name of the game on the screen all the time. It's really responsive. The animation for the Cellustorm and everything is really fun, really cool. And I'm going to let myself get killed here because I don't have enough raindrops to continue. Strato C. So I don't think I'm going to make it very far in this game, but we'll see how we do. I at least want to get some special feature like the battery or something. Get away from there. Alright. So I only need 2 more. Yeah, of course you're going to pop out there. Alright. Okay, so I didn't make it very far. The sound effects are cool. And the game is cool, and the game is fun. Do you want to play again? I do want to, but I'm not going to right now, so I will say no for now. And I like the shading on these things too. I don't know if TJ made this shading specifically like this, like painstakingly went in and chose it, or if this is some type of graphical effect that just came out looking this way, but it looks really cool. It looks, you know what this reminds me of? These graphics. Like here, the next storm. These graphics look like, you know, sometimes on television they have shows or whatever, and they show a diagram or a picture or a drawing that was in the show supposed to be created by a child, but actually you can tell it's obviously an adult who made it, and they wanted it to look like a child made it. This kind of gives me that same feeling. It's like young and fun kind of design, like a child would appreciate. But you know, it wasn't created by a child. It looks like it was made by somebody who actually knows what they're doing and designed it specifically. Okay, so that game is actually really fun. Let me see if I can exit out of here now. Well, I guess I just pressed no. Thanks for playing. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for making the game. And there we go. So we've looked at the README file. We've watched my SOS video where TJ blowed himself up real good. And play Next Storm, which we've just done, and I did pretty poorly at that. Okay. Alright, so that was really fun. It's a cool game, cool packaging. Now it's time for the moment we've all been waiting for, which is to make our very own Clod Popples Cloud Person mascot. Okay, so hopefully the glue that I have is going to work to make this mascot. And let's switch over the camera, and we'll go ahead and try to do a little DIY home crafting, making our own Clod Popples. Okay, stick around. We'll do that right now. All right, here we are. We're ready to make our own Clod Popples. But before I do that, I'm going to take this SD card and pop it into my PC, and we'll see what files are on there that we might be interested to look at. So let's go ahead and do that now. Remember, we took a look earlier and saw that there were some files that are meant to be read on a PC. So I'm going to just pop it in my PC now, and we'll check it out. Okay, so I've encountered my first hiccup, which is when I use the Cloud Person SD card with the adapter that it comes with, like this. It is a micro SD card in a full-size SD card adapter. But when I use it, when I put this into my PC card reader, it doesn't work. The drive letter pops up very briefly, just for a split second, and then it goes away. But if I take out the micro SD card and put it into a different adapter, this is the one that came with the Speccy Next. If I put it in here, then it works. So I don't know what's going on there exactly. Maybe the adapter is weird or fits a bit differently, or maybe it's just my machine. I don't know. So I'm going to put the Cloud People micro SD card into this adapter, and it's a good thing that the game was made on a micro SD card so that I could try swapping it out to a different adapter. And I'm going to put this in and we'll take a look at it that way. Okay, one moment. So here is the SD card that comes with the Cloud People game. So I'm going to go into the home directory here, and here it says Cloud Extras. I'll go in there, and here are two PDFs. One is the Clod Popples instructions sheet, and the other is TJ's Retro Computing Adventures. So if you don't already know about this book, I'll just open it up here. This is it here. This is TJ Ferreira's Retro Computing Adventures. It's a PDF of the book. You can go ahead and read this if you like. It's an 80-page book that talks about all of TJ's, well, maybe most of TJ's systems. So when you read this, you will see that each page is divided into two parts. So there is an introductory part that has a brief outline of the system itself. So for example, here's the Amiga 1 X5000. It talks a bit about the Amiga 1 X5000, and then there's a blurb that relates specifically to TJ's experiences with the Amiga 1 X5000. So you can go ahead and check out that PDF of his book if you like. It's 80 pages, lots of fun. And here we have the Clod Popples instruction sheet. Oh, cute. Okay. There we go. So let's go ahead and take a look at this thing. Okay, make your own Clod Popples. There he is right there. The kit. Hopefully I have all these parts. I'm pretty sure I do. Connect to googly eyes, peel backing, and stick on. Okay. Glue on arms and antenna ears. Bend as needed. All right. Oh, there he is. Glue Cloud Surfer hoverboard discs together. And then finally, glue Clod Popple to Cloud Surfer hoverboard. You are now ready to battle the Cloud People. I could have used his help a minute ago when I was battling them myself. All right, so what we're going to do is put the eyes on, put the antenna and arms on, make the hoverboard, and stick him on the hoverboard. Okay. Okay, so we're ready to get started making our own Clod Popples. And the way I'm going to do it is I have this glue here, which is LePage Low Odor Contact Cement. I'm going to give that a try, see how that works. And first I need my kit. All right, so here is my Clod Popples kit. I'll just dump out the ingredients here. Ingredients. I don't know if you call them ingredients. There we go. And I want to save my little Clod Popples the kit label, which was printed on an actual, I think, 2040 printer with thermal paper. So this will be completely black in about a year. Anyway, I'm going to save it and protect it in my little bag. All right. So hopefully this is all in the camera. What do I have here? One eye is trying to escape. There. So I have an eyeball here. I have the main body for Clod. I have some appendage pieces I can use, and the parts of the hoverboard, and another eye and another eye. Okay, cool. That's good, because I was hoping I would get a giant eye, because I got plans for that guy. All right, so first I'm going to just take some of my glue, if I can get the lid off, and I'm going to just put some on just a little paper towel here, because I don't know a better way to do it. So I'll just put some glue on my paper towel here. Probably doesn't show up great in the camera, but there it is. All right, so now I have some, I got some glue on Clod. Okay, well that's going to tell me where his eye is going to go then. All right, so the eyes don't actually need glue. All right, so I've gone ahead and stuck on the big eyeball. I'm going to make this guy a Cyclops with just one eye, and I've glued on two of the arms so far, and I've also assembled the hoverboard. So I've glued these three layers together. There's a blue, orange, and yellow layer in my case. So now I'm going to glue Clod onto the hoverboard, and I know he's missing his antenna, but I'm going to put those on after, I think, just so they won't interfere while I'm trying to stick him on the hoverboard. So I'm going to, first of all, put some glue onto the hoverboard where Clod will sit. Right there. And then I'll put some more glue on Clod's butt. A bit more. Alright, so now he's got glue on his butt, and there's glue on the hoverboard, and now if I stick them together, hopefully that will work. And there we go, Clod is on his hoverboard. Alright, ready to go. So now all he needs is some antenna. So I think I just cut these in half. I don't think they need to be very big antenna. So I'll try and make them even. There we go. I've got 2 antenna now I can glue on to him. And the way I'm going to do that is by just dipping this into the glue and holding it on his head there. See if it's going to stick if I hold it there long enough. Alright, so far that one seems to be sticking. Alright, I guess I should hold him right side up for the camera. There he's coming along. And now let's get the second antenna stuck on here. My fabrication skills are not exactly top notch, but they should be good enough, I think, to make a decent Clod Popples. And I should be using hot glue, I suppose, but I don't have hot glue, so I'm using what I have. There we go. So I have my Clod Popples. Now let's bend his arms into some sort of interesting shape, like they would be in the game, or somewhat similar. I think one goes up and one goes down. And there we go. Alright, so there I have my own Clod Popples now, just living here with me while I try playing Cloud People another time and trying to do a little better next time, hopefully, now that I have Clod here by my side helping me out. Cool. So there we go. We've got our own Invasion of the Cloud People, the Next Storm physical version of the video game, as well as the original 48K version of it is on here as well, and some other fun extras. It's really cool. Thanks very much, TJ. I'm glad you made this. It is a very deserving way to present your game that you made a few years ago now, but finally you got around to making it into a physical version, and me and Claude both appreciate it, and we're going to go ahead and take another crack at defeating those evil Cloud People. Alright, so if you're interested in checking out this game for yourself, head over to TJ's itch.io site, and I'll put a link in the description down below. And if you want to see if it's still possible to get your own physical version of the Cloud People, then just contact TJ directly in any of the different ways that you can do that. Probably easiest to find him on Facebook. He has his own Facebook groups, and I'll put links to those down below as well. So again, thanks very much, TJ. It's a fantastic game. It's really fun to play, and all these extras that you've included in the physical kit are really appreciated and really show the passion and dedication that you put into both retro gaming as well as your specific physical game that now has become a reality. Okay, so as always, thanks for watching. That's it for today, and we'll see you next time. Take care.